Alright, Chapter 8, Recording, Adjusting, and Closing Entries for Service Business. Starts on page 200. If you look at page 202, it has the recording, adjusting entries. Green box in the middle of the page is from your worksheet. It has the account titles and then how it looked under the adjustment column. The orange box shows how you would post that in the general journal. Page 203 are the steps that you'd be responsible for. Alright, so the way that our general journal is going to look. I'm going to start off with adjusting entries. The date is July 31st. And the first one that we have is supplies expense. And that's going to be a debit of $713. And we're going to have to credit supplies $713. The next one, still on the 31st, is going to be insurance expense, and that's going to be a debit of $300. And then we're going to have prepaid insurance, which will be credited $300. Okay. Insurance expense. Just making sure. Supplies expense, supplies. Alright, making sure we have those correct. Alright, now we have to post these in our general ledger. I'm going to start with the first one of supplies expense. Alright, supplies expense, July 31st. It comes from the general journal, page 4. So I'm going to put in G4. It was a debit of $713. Alright, I didn't have anything in there, so now it leaves me a balance of $713. I need to show that I posted that in 540, so I come back up here to the post reference column and I'm going to put in 540. Alright, the next one is supplies. So I'm going to come down here and choose supplies. And this is on the 31st. G4, General Journal 4. This was a credit of $713. So I had a debit balance of $963. A credit reduces the asset account. So 963 minus 713 is $250. Okay. I posted that in 140, so now I go up here and show that I posted it in 140. That is my last step, because if I were to get interrupted and I put this first and had not actually put the information here, I could not balance at the end of the month. So you want to actually post before you put the post reference column in. Okay, insurance expense. Okay, July 31st. G4, General Journal 4. Insurance expense was a debit of $300. Therefore, I have now a debit balance of $300. I posted this to 520. So I'm going to go and show that I posted it to 520. The last one is now prepaid insurance. July 31st. G4. It was a credit of $300. And I had a debit balance, so $1,200 minus the $300 leaves me $900. Okay? So that's the way that we do our adjusting entries. Okay, adjusting entries, when we look at our general journal, we'll see that this is where our adjusting entry started. We record these from the worksheet, the adjustments column, okay, and then we post, which I forgot to go back and post, 150, okay, and we are good with adjusting entries.